On the 6th day of Kitsuke, my musubi will be Tsunodashi. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the more relaxed cousin of the otaiko musubi. It's called a Tsunodashi musubi. You can use either a Nagoya obi or a fukuro obi for this musubi. If you do use a Nagoya obi, just make sure that it's long enough to do this musubi with. Let's take a look. For this musubi, you will need a fukuro obi, a koshihimo, an obiyage, and an obijime. Start with your obi folded in half in your right hand. You're going to have two sides, the side with two edges and the side with the fold. You always want the side with the two edges to be facing up. So bring it around your back from your right side, all the way around. There we go. And your teisaki is going to be about 40 centimeters from your left hip, up there. Put it in half, and I wrap. When you're at this point, grab your obi by the bottom edge, give it a good tug, make sure it's tight, bring it around. Your teisaki, your short end, is going to come to the middle. And now you're going to want to tie a knot. It's going to be long end over short end for this obi. Quite a long end. There we go. Make sure it's tight. Okay. Short end comes back across, like that. Long end, you're going to do kind of a half bow. So you're going to go over the short end, down, and up, and through. Just like that. Make sure it's nice and neat. Nice and neat. There we go. Next, you're going to need a koshihimo. Normally you would use an obi makura. There are special obi makuras to use with the Tsunodashi musubi. I just like to use a koshihimo. So you bring koshihimo underneath the obi. Create a nice flat line at the top. Just like that. Bring the koshihimo around to your back. Make sure to keep it tight and just tie a knot. Go. Next, you need your obiyage. Since there's no makura, you're going to have to fold it before you put it into your obi. So just fold in third, and in third, and in half. This time you want the fold to be up. So bring it in, bring it around the back, and just a temporary tie. Next, you will need your obijime. Bring your obijime behind the obi and flip it up. And bring the rest of the obi up. And again, you want to measure length with your fingers. Should be about the length of your index fingers. Make sure everything's lined up. There we go. And bring the obijime ties around. And again, temporary knot. There's a lot of fabric back here at the moment. There we go. Okay. Make sure everything is neat, tidy. There's one end, there's the other end. To turn the obi, your right hand goes on the obi, your left hand goes on the obi ita, and you always want to turn in the same direction as your collars. So just bring the whole thing around. There we go. Now we deal with the mess of ties down here. The first one, to get a permanent tie, is going to be your koshihimo, because that's one of the ties that's holding everything in place. So keep the tension while you undo your knot. Make sure it's nice and tight. And just tie a more permanent knot. And tuck in the ends. The other cord holding everything in place is your obijime, so that's going to be the second one. So keep the tension, same length, left side over right side. Bring the new left side back over, and tie some knots. And left tassel up, right tassel goes down. The final one, the obiage, it doesn't serve a structural purpose, it's there for decorative reasons. You've already folded it, but if it has gotten loose, just straighten it up. There we go. Make sure it's not twisted. There we go. And again, the fold should be the top edge. Okay, fold in a knot. And bring 2 fingers against the knot and wrap the top part around. And with the 2 fingers, grab the other edge and pull it through. And roll up the edges, tuck them in. And adjust as needed. There we go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. On the 6th day.